Excuse me. It's been a bit of a short but long day at the same time, Tiring, but you gotta keep going. As long as there is work to do, you cannot stop. Sadly, that's just how it is. As long as there is work to do, there is no stopping at all. Because the work is never done. The work is never done. Sadly, your goal is never reached. The work is never done. The mission is never completed. The objective is never achieved or retrieved until you enter your final resting place. Until then, your grind ain't up, your hustle ain't up, your mission ain't up, your goals ain't achieved, your objective ain't retrieved. Nothing's done. You know? It ain't never done until it's done. It ain't never done. What's good, Jade? Appreciate you for tapping in. But yeah, man, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about how people need to learn when to speak and when to listen. Yeah. A lot of people need to learn when to speak, and when to listen. I just dropped my phone. My bad, y'all. We're gonna listen. We're gonna get to that topic though. Once we hit 800 likes, we're gonna get on it. So I need everybody to get together on one accord, start tapping the screen, so I can get to this topic, so I can give y'all this game on the ground for the hungry house. He's come up the pound, ready for the next round, and who are willing to stick around, man. Tap the follow and the bell button as well if you guys like what you see and like what you hear. We post minimum 12 TikToks a day and a minimum of 46 lives every single day, 7 days a week. We don't ever stop on this grind, man. We taking over social media day by day, week by week, post by post, live by live, video by video, whatever you want to call it, man. We taking over. So with that being said, if you guys want to be a part of it, you can either be a part of it or you can depart from it. It's your choice, and if you guys want to take your support to the next level, you can tap the subscribe button that's right above daily ranking right there. It's only $5.99 a month. It don't cost nothing. But if you just want to be a regular, just tap the follow and the bell button. VIP section is for the subscribers. It's like going to a concert. You got VIP tickets and then you got general admission tickets. The general admission is just tapping the follow and the bell button. The VIP tickets is the subscribe button, man. You pick which one you want, as well as my Cash App is in the bio if anybody ever feels like donating. It's never a requirement, but it's there in case anybody feels generous to send a little bit through. A whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nones, even if it's just a cent. A cent is a cent. It's better than 0 cents. A lot of people, they be ungrateful for what they have and what they get. You get what you get, man. You can't throw a fit. And that's 100% facts and not opinion. Now, if you specifically ask for something or order something, and you paid for it and you ain't get what you ordered for, then yeah, you can throw a fit, tell them, yo, this ain't what I ordered for. I paid for this and I got this. I need what I paid for. But if it is given to you freely, you cannot complain. You have no room to complain because it has been given to you freely. So that being said, people who complain about stuff that has been given to them freely, they are, they ain't shit, But we're going to go ahead and get on with this topic, man. A lot of people need to learn to listen and learn when to not listen, or when to speak and when to listen. There it is. Everybody wants to be the teacher. Everybody wants to be the teacher. Everybody wants to teach the teacher. Everybody wants to be able to school the teacher, whatever the case may be. It doesn't work like that. There are certain things that you don't know that the teacher does, And when I say teacher, I don't mean like just a school teacher, but I mean people who have more knowledge than you. They're considered teachers, right? Say you're at the gym and you're lifting weights, and there's somebody who's a lot bigger than you, a lot muscular than you are, and they see that your form is off a little bit, and they go over to you and say, hey, bro, your form is a bit off. If you lift like this or lift like that, whatever the case may be, where you contract your muscles in this way, you get a lot more out of it. But people want to be like, no, homie, well, I do it like this because this, no. See, they have a lot more experience in what it is that they're talking about. They have a lot more experience in what they're trying to teach you. And y'all wanting to be the teacher to try and teach the teacher something. When the teacher is taking time out of his day to help you. A lot of people need to learn to shut up and listen instead of trying to be the teacher. Or let's say you just joined football. You have football practice, first day, whatever the case may be, and Say you're a quarterback and you go to throw the ball to somebody running down the field, and your technique, your form, whatever you want to call it's a little bit off, and the coach says, "Hey, you hold it this way or throw it this way," and you get it a lot farther. And they say, "No, I've always thrown it this way, and I've got no." See, certain instances you got to learn to shut up and listen and learn when not to speak. See, there are times when you are supposed to speak and times when you are supposed to not speak. You just have to learn to differentiate which is when and when is which. See, when somebody's trying to help you improve on something, that is whenever you need to learn to not speak. That's when you need to learn to listen. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and I promise you, you listen to what some people tell you when they're trying to help you improve, you're going to improve a lot. But you got to be willing to listen. You got to be willing to be the student. We're all students. Even the teacher, to some extent, is a student because there's always somebody above the teacher who knows more than the teacher. But until you ever see that person, that teacher is your teacher. That teacher is the teacher. So with that being said, quit trying to be the teacher. Only the student has hopes of defeating the master. And that's 100% facts. Everybody wants so badly to have the master ranking, just like Anakin Skywalker did. He got put on the council, but he wasn't given the rank of master, and he was angry about it. You're able to sit around your teachers, but just because you sit around the teachers don't make you a teacher. You're still a student. A lot of people think that just because they get in with the teachers that they become the teacher. No, you're always going to be a student. A teacher will be a student, but that teacher is your teacher. When I used to teach Kung Fu to kids, sometimes even adults, I'd be teaching them a certain technique, whether it be a kick or a punch, and I demonstrate it to them and show them this is how it's done, step by step. And they say, well, I've always done it this way. I didn't ask how you always did it. I showed you how it's supposed to be done, step by step. Now let's repeat the process, step by step. I don't want to hear, no, this is how I've always done it, or this is how I was taught. I didn't ask how you were taught previously. I didn't ask how you've always done it. I told you this is how it's supposed to be done. I demonstrated to you step by step. Now repeat it to me step by step. And if you need me to show you again, I will show you. But don't sit here and try to pretend like you know more than me when you just started a week ago. Everybody wants to be the teacher. Nobody wants to be the student. How can you be a teacher if you don't want to be a student? You cannot be a teacher if you were never a student. So you got to see, every teacher out there was once upon a time a student. You can't reach the level of a teacher without being a student because you have to learn, right? So how can you be a teacher if you don't want to learn? Whatever it is that you want to be a teacher so bad for, you got to learn first. You got to learn from your teacher so you can turn around and teach other people. Next thing you know, you're the one in charge. But nobody wants to be the student. Everybody wants to speak. And that's one of the reasons why can't nobody ever agree to disagree. That's 100% facts. Nobody wants to be wrong. Everybody wants to be a teacher. Well, no. If you don't like it, cool. Agree to disagree and move on. What do you teach? I'm teaching people when to speak and when to listen. And if you ain't like it, you can get up out of here, man. But yeah, I had to get on here and speak about that, man. I see a lot of people like that. They want to speak before they listen. You gotta think before you speak. You gotta think, what is this person giving me any kind of valuable information? If they're not, then move on. And if they are, listen. You can learn something. Don't nobody ever want to be a student. But you can't be a teacher without being a student. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Tap the follow and the bell button if you guys like what you see and like what you hear. We post a minimum of 12 TikToks a day, 4 to 6 TikTok lives a day, 7 days a week. You know how we do it. Don't nobody do it like us. And with that being said, I'll be right back for the last episode of the night. Deuces.